Hey guys, it's Sarah and I am here today to do a tag video. So this is one that I've been wanting to do for a little while now, and I'm just kind of had to wait till I had the time to actually film it and, kind of make sure I read the book that I'm going to pick here. So this is the Try a Chapter tag. This was originally created by Book Paradise, I believe is what the channel name is, so I will leave a link down to the original video below if you want to go check that out. But the basic concept of this is that you pick a stack of books, you read the first chapter in each one of those books, and then from those chapters you choose which book you're going to read next. So I thought this was a good time to do this. We're going into the next month, so I can put this on my October TBR. So for this one, I have 4 books that I was sent from the publisher, unsolicited. So these are just books that Penguin Random House sent to me without me asking for them, without them contacting me. They just sent them to me. So I figured I would give one of them a try because they all actually really sound interesting. So I have 4 books here that they have sent. The first one is Driving Hungry. This is by Lane Mosler. This is actually a nonfiction, and it's a traveling kind of like a road trip book, I think, that is set in Europe. It says a delicious journey from Buenos Aires to New York to Berlin. So I think that this is someone that is traveling, and I believe they talk about food, which I love food. So I would like to give this a try, and let's see how this goes. My second one is The Ambassador's Wife by Jennifer Steele. I actually heard about this book before it was sent to me, so I was really excited to get it. And this, I believe, is a thriller, and it is a woman who gets married to, and I believe it's an American woman who gets married to an ambassador. So she's overseas. They're living this very comfortable lifestyle, but she's not super happy because she's very limited in her freedom because of her position as his wife, and then she ends up getting kidnapped. So this sounds really interesting. I really hope the first chapter in this one is good. The next one is China Rich Girlfriend by Kevin Kwan. This is I don't know if it's a companion novel or just a second novel from him. He also wrote Crazy Rich Asians, which I heard was really good. I didn't end up picking that one up, but they sent me this and I was really happy. So this is about a woman in China who is about to get married, and I believe on the eve of her wedding, she finds herself thrown into this different side of China that she's never seen before or didn't even know existed, and it's very wealthy and rich and all that. So she's trying to make the decision whether or not she's going to get married to her fiance or if she's going to stay in this environment that she discovers. And the last one is The Knockoff by Lucy Sykes and Joe Piazza. This has been compared to The Devil Wears Prada, which is one of my favorite books. This is about a woman who is the editor of a magazine, and then she ends up going on maternity leave. Someone younger and probably more hip steps in and takes over, makes a lot of changes. She comes back from maternity leave and is like, what's happening? So she's trying to decide if she wants things to go back the way they were that she's comfortable with, or if she wants to keep moving on in kind of this new type of environment that she's not used to, but it's working pretty well for the magazine. So all of these sound really good. I'm going to jump in, read the first chapter of each one. After I read the chapter, I'll come back and kind of let you know my thoughts on it. So starting from the top, we're going to start with The Knockoff. This one has a prologue too, but it's only 2 pages, so I'll just go ahead and read that as well. All right. December 5th, 1999. All right, so first chapter of this is down. This was interesting. So I was wrong about the maternity leave thing. The editor-in-chief of a magazine, her name is Imogen Tate. She is British. She has worked her way up in the fashion magazine industry to become an editor-in-chief. She ends up being diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer, so she takes 6 months off of work to deal with that and go through some chemotherapy, and ends up having like a double mastectomy type thing. And so this is her coming back to work after that and seeing her old assistant in her office and not understanding why she's there because she hadn't been contacted about anything, and so there's big changes going on at her magazine that she's just now realizing are actually happening. So I enjoyed this. The writing isn't the best. It's pretty basic, but I think it could just be a good, you know, quick, easy read. So this was good. All right, next I'm going to try China Rich Girlfriend by Kevin Kwan. So this one definitely is a companion novel because it has a list of some of the characters from China or Crazy Rich Asians in here. So I just kind of briefly read that. And this one has a prologue too, and it's kind of long. I have to read like 36 pages to get into the first chapter here. So okay, let's do it. All right, so I didn't love this. I don't know. It was confusing. It talks about the characters as if they have been written about before, which some of them have in his first novel. So yeah, I don't know. This one isn't really striking me. It's not capturing me. I was kind of bored. I didn't really care about what was going on. Yeah, so I don't think I'm really interested in this book at all. All right, so on to the next. I'm going to go on to The Ambassador's Wife by Jennifer Steele, and this is one that I'm really, really excited for. Let's see if there's a prologue in this one, because the other two did have a prologue. Nope, no prologue. All right, this one. All right, so this one is very interesting. It's actually not in chapters, it's in parts. So there was a part 1, but it was like 45 pages, but it goes back and forth between Miranda, who is the wife, and Finn, who is her husband. So I just read the first part where it's Miranda, and then the other part where it's Finn. So I just read one section from each of them. This is good. The writing is really good. And the way that Finn's part ended, I was like, ooh, I wanted to keep going. So Finn is a British ambassador, and they are living in Mazook. I think that's how you say it, Mazook. So a Middle Eastern country is where they are currently living. They've been there for 3 years, and they do have one daughter who is a little over a year old. But yeah, so this is good. I'm very interested in this. Yeah. All right, so next I'm going to try out this one. This one does not have a prologue. It starts on part 1, which is Buenos Aires, and the first chapter is only about 12 pages. So let's give this one a try. All right, so this one starts out in Buenos Aires, and so Lane is not really sure where she wants to go with her life, or she knows where she wants to go, but she's having a hard time getting there. And she's watching all of her friends and family around her moving on with their lives, and she feels like she's kind of stuck. She knows what she wants to do. She wants to be a chef. She wants to have her own restaurant, but she's having a hard time even being a line cook and not dealing with the stress very well. So she's feeling very unsure of herself. So in this first chapter, we kind of see what got her to that point, and then we see her in Buenos Aires. She has rented an apartment that she's only seen on the internet. She's completely by herself, and she wants to go there and be in that environment and sample those foods and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So just kind of soak it in. So I enjoyed the first chapter. It was good. So yeah, pretty solid. Okay, so this one, I'm going to unhaul this. I'm not going to read it. It didn't interest me at all. The knockoff was good. I enjoyed it. I will definitely read that book. I really liked it. Driving Hungry, really good as well. So I will definitely continue with this one too. But for right now, like immediately following this, I'm going to continue with The Ambassador's Wife. And just at the end of this first chapter or the first part, I really wanted to just continue and, you know, see what else was going to happen. So this is one that kind of stuck out to me. So this is the one I'm going to continue with, and I will be talking about this in my October wrap up, and I'm really excited about it. All right, guys, that's it for me today. That was the Try a Chapter Tag, and that was a lot of fun. It took a little bit more time than I was expecting. I thought I could kind of film it quickly, and it's like, oh, it's one chapter, but I don't know. It took a lot longer than I expected. So I'll probably do something like this again, though, and just make sure I have a little bit more time to really sit down and read. But I love that. That was really cool, and now I'm going to read a book that has been sitting on my shelf for a little while. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you again soon. Have a great day. Bye.